Technically, we are live right now.
Check. Do you want to use one mic? Oh.
Yeah, this is. Hello, everybody. Now, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get the chat.
Should I take my patch off or should I just roll with it?
Yeah, roll with it. I just need this so I can post.
Turn the camera a little bit, like center it. Oh, it's right there. Okay.
Right. Like nobody can see us right now. It's recording, so I want to get back to it. You can talk right now and how hard your feet feel terrible. Live stream. Oh God.
Oh wait.
Like right now, this is all being recorded. Thank you for everybody who's willing to watch this really crap.
Yeah. Yes, my feet hurt.
But what's his Paul? Paul was down there freaking having time to play. Oh, he was smiling.
I'm close to here. Hello, everyone. Sorry, we're doing this live with no Project Echo Airsoft. If you're watching, we greatly apologize for all the terrible lack of planning we're doing. As we're doing this with no OBS.
They offered me like over 100.
He's gonna shake his head when he watches this video.
He's
shaking his head right now.
Yeah, he's not even on it.
Yeah, I mean, unless it was like somewhere in California.
Right. Almost there, everybody. He's trying to share the links.
I don't think I'm gonna get a job at a.
All right, here we go.
Hope you guys can hear us.
We're gonna find out shortly. If not,
my shoes are off.
Your shoes are up. Everybody's pleased. We're gonna move the camera a little bit more to the center for us. We do have to talk into the camera or into the.
Like we're doing a duet.
Yeah, that's Islands in the Stream. All right. So, hello everybody. It is 6:39 our time in Las Vegas, Nevada for SHOT Show 2026. This is Gabe and Alex from the Minnesota Airsoft.
What's up, guys?
Yep. We wanted to do a brain dump. It's been kind of a struggle to figure out what to post, where to post, how to post. The internet's been kind of spotty in certain areas. Again, we are here with our friend Logan from Ninja and Flannel, so we've been doing a lot of work for him. That's our media pass is under him, so we're here to support him. But we've been meeting with a lot of airsoft people. So, let's just talk about general SHOT Show experiences, as this is Alex's first trip out, and we'll go from there. Alex.
So this is my first time out here, and it's overwhelming, guys. Like I can't tell you how much stuff you see and how much you're walking and how much you're going into this building or that area. It's like it's a never-ending thing, and even the hard part is it's like you see something and trying to remember where it is. Your feet will hurt. My feet hurt. I don't have my shoes on right now.
Yes, we can tell. People around us can tell that Alex doesn't have his shoes on. This is something we mentioned to Alex. So we are also here with our buddy Caleb, or Tiki, as some of you know him. We do 10 to 13 miles a day walking. And some of that is, we're 1,000 steps before we even get to the Venetian. And then once you're here, you're just running between the multiple floors. And then each one of those areas is huge. Right?
I mean, this is worse. I mean, it's almost as bad as an airsoft game. Like you're just running and running and running, and you got to drink water. You got to watch yourself. I mean, you'll get blisters. I did.
Well, then what you carry It's like any other
Yep.
convention, right? Like we're carrying backpacks. I was wearing a chest rig so I could have my camera easily accessible. Also, a little bit of a pogue move to do that, but so we had camera equipment that we were carrying, water stuff, and then swag. Like you acquire a lot of swag.
Yeah. Depending on what you want to pick. I mean, for me, like looking for swag, if I wasn't interested in it, I wasn't going to take it. Like, I just wanted stuff that was like pretty much airsoft related and things that, like I would use or have used in the past.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what I look for. And I'm not, like I saw people with like garbage bags full of swag.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, and they just took whatever because it was out.
And I think like any other place, when you go to a thing like this, everybody has swag, pens, stickers, patches. Some people have really cool things. I'm digging this out because this was something special from Silencer Co. They gave a 2026 SHOT Show Lego figure. I don't know if we can see that, but like we waited a half hour in line for this with other people who were like, "Oh my God, there was 200 a day until they run out," and like it was silly, but that's swag. There are people who literally walk up to a table and take a handful of pins and then put it into a bag. Like, it's just kind of weird.
It's wild. Yeah, to me, that's wild.
Yeah, and I think one of the things we were talking about was, you're here, you're talking to vendors. We started thinking about the Airsoft Convention, the 2026 Midwest Airsoft Convention, March 28th. And so, like, Alex is like, well, we should grab this swag and then we can give it away as goodie bags. And I have been that way. And then I was like, what would be better? Maybe if we ask the vendor
itself,
to sell
yes.
it, send it, rather than us trying to hump all this stuff back.
Or secretly grab more.
Or grab more water bottles and more Condor bags. So we still have stuff, but like that's your mind, your goals shift as you walk around, and also as you just have like our hotel room has a whole corner of swag, and I'll be honest, most of it we're probably not even going to bring back with us. We'll see how much we can get into our bags.
I was going to mention, as far as airsoft, I mean, there's really not a lot of airsoft. I mean, they're in there and they're out there, and like there's some, there's some vendors that sell gear and stuff. And some of those vendors know that they're, they're gearing towards airsoft. But
again, a reminder for those who maybe haven't seen, our first stream SHOT Show is held by the NSSF, National Shooting Sports Foundation, and like this is for military, law enforcement, buyers, sellers, but like airsoft is maybe 12 dedicated booths. Maybe. Like EVIC is here, Lancer's here, SEMA's here with EVIC, Jag Precision is here. Who else was here? Like Stingray Airsoft is here.
Lancer Tactical.
Yeah, Lancer's here.
Enola Gay,
MOS, Arcturus. PTS Syndicate is here. So like there are airsoft people here. And it's funny, as you go to those stands, you see the same people because the airsofters are airsofters. So, but it's smaller. And as you noted, the gear people, depending on those people, some of them know and embrace that airsofters use their gear, and others are like, we're here for law enforcement and military. They don't shoo you away, but I feel like airsoft maybe gets more credit than it used to, maybe 10 years ago, but it's still not. It's everybody knows about it, but it's not always. Some people don't want to recognize that maybe you're using their gear. But let's talk initial goals. So this is Alex's last day. He flew in Monday, and he's flying out tomorrow early morning.
2 days wasn't enough.
2 days wasn't enough, right?
It was for my feet.
Yeah.
But other than that, 2 days wasn't enough. I mean, if you get the opportunity to come out here, you got to stay. Probably 3 days. I think one more day would have been enough for me.
Yeah, I think 3 days in total, and that's including not including maybe your fly in and your fly out.
Because you're running around. First day you're running here, there, this, and that.
Just getting a lay of the land kind of thing.
But yeah, I mean, 3 days was probably a good thing for me.
And I'll be here the whole time. We flew in Sunday. And I posted some pictures, and it's got a little bit of traction. Again, our buddy Logan from Ninja Flannel, we got into what's called Industry Range Day. So that's all real guns, lots of optics. And so we got to go shoot a bunch of real guns, which now that I've said that out loud on a YouTube stream, that might get us flagged. But so we did do that. I maybe shot 3 or 4 things. Caleb maybe shot 5 or 6, but our buddy Logan shot like 15, 20 things, and we filmed it because that was the purpose. The show started on Tuesday. And again, that's just you get in, you rush in. There's some things we wanted to see. There's actually things we wanted to get. We got our Geisley limited edition badge holders. So we did that right away. And then we had appointments for Ninja Flannel. But while we were going, maybe we saw Evic and we took some pictures and talked to some people saying, hey, we're going to come back later. Is that cool? Yeah. Like, again, remember, people are trying to sell stuff, the larger suppliers. So that's a thing. Okay, back to goals.
My goals, yes.
Let's talk about your goals.
Well, I wanted to, experience this for the first time. I want to see as much as I could. One of my goals was, try to meet somebody. And I guess I met a couple. I made some contacts with a couple guys.
Talk about the people that you actually saw today.
So we met Tang from Jag Arms. We talked to him for a bit. That
really
was
cool guy.
Really cool guy.
Alex got some ideas, and honestly, Tang, if you ever see this, it's your fault in that he starts to build weird objects again. So
him was it Andrew or Dan from PTS?
Andrew Ho from PTS.
PTS,
OG, super fantastic guy.
I met him. One of the cooler guys as I met was one of your buddies, Justin. Right?
Justin Brown.
Justin Brown. So he's
OG, wonderful man.
I met him yesterday, and he was a nice guy. Easy to talk to. Store owner, and great guy to talk to. I mean, but I think I guess my biggest takeaway was probably meeting Tang. Tang, probably my biggest.
That was kind of your last interaction.
Yeah, that was my last interaction before I get out of here, and I think we might have something cooking in the works with each other, and we might collaborate on something neat.
And that's one of the things that Caleb says about this is like coming here and seeing stuff is great. If you can handle it, maybe even at range day, even better. But the real benefit of SHOT Show is connections. Like, we talked to a ton of people who are like, oh, you need parts? I can get you parts. I happened to talk to Elite Force today. Just as an update for Elite Force, I'm a big fan of their Legends series of single action armies and their lever action. They do not have one for 2026 because, 2025 into 2026 with tariffs has been kind of a rough year. So they're just like, we're not going to do anything new in the Legends line. But I was like, oh, okay, thank you for letting us know. But if I break one, can I contact you for parts? I'm like, yeah, no guarantees, but yeah, absolutely. In talking to Tang at Jag, he's like, you were talking about a shotgun. He's like, oh, I can get that part.
Yeah.
I can get the replacement kit. Just reach out to me. So those connections being recognized was so awesome. KWA is another one we missed.
Oh, yep.
So Tony,
we forgot to go there today.
Well, I have an appointment future, but Tony at KWA remembered me from last year, reaching out to him about con, and he was like, weren't you supposed to reach out? And I was like, I'm so sorry. So I'm like, you get recognized, you have that relationship. That's just great for the overall airsoft community, but it's just nice to see. So, from your goals point of view, you had pretty and I don't
realistic low goals, I know how to condone myself.
You did fine. We did make Caleb and several times, but that's also the purpose. Like, we're just trying to take them off a bunch of times.
We did go to the e-bike party. We didn't mention that. So yeah, we went to the e-bike party. It was, like pretty much a nightclub, but it was cool. Like, I don't know, like I don't know. It was
a thing you do because you see more people.
Yeah, it was interesting to go, and like you saw everybody that you saw here.
Like, right, and then maybe have a little more chance to talk to them. We saw John Liu of Lion Claws. We saw him several times during the day, but then he was at the party and we hung out. And John, again, such a genuinely nice and friendly guy, and so we got to hang out with him for a little bit at the EVIC party. We were known enough where like we did have people who were like, yeah, come with us. But also when we talk to EVIC, they're like, you're airsoft guys? Yeah, just show up to the store and find the social media manager and we'll let you in. So that was really nice. Again, being known, we were wearing our MAA patches. We handed out a lot of business cards, a lot comparatively to how many airsoft people are here. We handed out to gear manufacturers and stuff like that. But this was a year for me. This is my second year returning back to SHOT Show. we have something to do every night. We've been invited to things every night while we're here. Um, that's new. And what you realize is you're at show from 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. and then there's a party
And your feet hurt.
and your feet hurt, and then that's 2 hours, and then maybe there's another thing where you do for a couple hours. So in the end,
But not to mention you're dragging around a bag of stuff.
yeah, I mean, yes, that's whatever you bring. If you're just going to a party right after, you're just carrying that the whole time. One of the other things we ended up hanging out with for me a second year. This was Alex's first year meeting them, but the crew from Thin Line Defense Company, their YouTube channel, who also does a ton of, it's predominantly real steel stuff, but like those guys are fantastic. They have been coming more years than we have, so they had a little bit more
experience, yeah.
But like hanging out with every morning, that was a thing. We had our table. We had our cool guy little table where we hung out. We also met the owner of Dynamic Principles, which is a gear manufacturer. And if you don't know them, you're going to hear about them a lot more because I'll be pushing them a lot more because we met the owner and he's super cool and I like his stuff already. I own a couple components, but if he'll let me, I'll buy a whole rig and we'll do a review and maybe that'll show up at the 2026 Midwest Airsoft Convention. So again, more connections with people. So that was really cool. But having something to do every night is both fun and exhausting because sometimes you just want to go. Like we didn't upload more stuff.
I tried on
today you did a really good job of just like, because while you're here and we're trying to bump up our social media, you post and then you tag as many people as you can. And I'm saying this like half of you don't understand how this works. Like, but you tag and then you show up in their feeds and then they can collaborate and like we're all trying to pump up each other. We're not in competition or anything. So, that's really fun. Like I don't know if like that might have been a level of like the social media was new kind of both to us of like you got to just post everything. Take a picture.
Again, it's overwhelming. You don't think about it. You see one thing and then you start moving or you start talking and you lose yourself talking to these guys. Like you're talking to these people in the industry. You lose you lose yourself because you're all like, oh, you're I wouldn't say starstruck, but it's like it's awesome to talk to people that are that embrace airsoft like we do.
And it's funny, like there were people we saw and they were busy. So Desert Jet Fox was here recording everything. And I'll be honest, I'll probably relink and share a bunch of his stuff because he does great videos. Like you don't need to see me talk about the same thing other than, whatever. We found you met with Poppins Patches. So yeah, C7 Viper.
I don't know if you guys know who C7 Viper is. He's another YouTube personality. Does a lot of, open box stuff and I don't know.
I've got a ridiculous collection of
got a ridiculous collection, and I've met him once before, but nice guy. I mean, he's a goofy guy, but pretty cool guy. And
goofy guys.
I saw Poppin' Patches. Poppin' Patches looked like a colonial multicam guy. He had a colonial hat with a colonial style jacket, and he was cruising around, and he recognized me right away. Right away he was like, "Oh, Minnesota, you're Minnesota Airsoft guy." I was like, "Yep." And we talked for a bit, and it was great seeing him. It was awesome seeing him because he's got great patches. He said he wanted to come back to the con, so you're more than welcome to come.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but I mean, again, these connections for other social media people as we're trying to promote ourselves and promote them. So like those people are here, and sometimes you recognize, like Alex recognized way more people than I did. Like I think we were passing someone else. They're like, "Is that somebody?" And I was like, "I don't know," but.
Future weapons guy Ian McCall or something.
Yeah,
we saw him twice.
And obviously, there's tons of real steel or other related world celebrities like Ted Nugent was here today.
Ted Nugent was here?
Yeah. Didn't you see when we passed him?
That was Ted Nugent?
That was Ted Nugent. Yeah,
I thought that was Gary Busey.
It was not Gary Busey. It was actually Ted Nugent. And sorry, Ted, that he said he looked like Gary Busey. The actor who played Lloyd from Yellowstone was here. I mean, Travis Haley was here as he usually is. I can't remember who he was sporting a lot of different places. But like, again, you can get starstruck.
I wouldn't say starstruck. You're kind of like, oh, hey, I when you see somebody you've been watching for a long time on YouTube, or like oh, wow, that's actually him.
Well, and I know there were times
he looks a lot different. He looks shorter.
We saw people, and then we were like, oh, we don't want to bother.
You don't interrupt them because they're doing their job, and like the Ian guy from Feud, like I just in passing, I just said, hey, I liked your stuff, and he said thank you, and that was it.
Yeah, But it's weird because this was also a place where you can be like, hey, can I take a selfie? Now you have to be in that mental space where you're intruding in someone's privacy and they're, whatever they're doing. But honestly, most everybody was super cool. We didn't do it a ton, but it is the norm, right? So that was interesting.
Well, I mean, other than that, I mean, that's pretty much. I'm happy. I wish I had another day. Wish I had better feet, better shoes. But
Shoes is important.
But I mean, I'm happy with what I'm happy for this experience. Hope to do it again next year. Yeah. Other than that, I mean, I just like all I can really say is thanks to all the people who we met, and who took the time to talk to us, and shout out to like Poppin' Patches C7 if you get
We'll link. I mean, again, these are growing things, and the amount of people who are like, well, just reach out after SHOT Show and we'll talk. Or just tag me in things. Like that's just how it works. Because again, no one's in competition. It's just we're sharing each other's content and pumping each other's numbers up. Which again, isn't necessarily the point, but it also you're trying to spread information, try to share education and information about airsoft. So.
Yeah. Other than that, I mean, I got really nothing else left to say.
Cool. Well, I'm here for 2 more days. I have most of my stuff was actually just timed. Again, this is a show where people are trying to buy or sell or do that kind of thing. And so the initial part of the show, it's not like people aren't showing up just for one day. But like I arranged most of my interviews for the latter half of the week when hopefully things were quieting down for people. So I have an interview tomorrow with MOS, also KWA, also Lancer. And I don't even know what really I'm going to talk about. Some of the things KWA as well. Like we might be talking just about support. How can the Minnesota Airsoft Association is a nonprofit. How can we work with these vendors to maybe share more information, share some swag, maybe come to our airsoft convention, something like that. So the meetings aren't necessarily about content, but hopefully we'll get a little bit more. We are scheduled. I'm trying to think of what else is scheduled as far as events, airsoft related. I don't think there's any other specific hangouts or anything happening. So, but again, I'm here 2 more days, so I'll be posting more. Alex has a lot more photos. He just hasn't posted them all. He might be posting more over the course of the day and through the weekend.
I'm going to just periodically just post stuff. Yeah. Just I don't want to just photo dump.
Yeah. I mean, you could do the one, but that's like now there's no context behind that. So, so on Instagram, you are
Bok Labs.
Bok Labs. Ideally, we'll be tagging on Minnesota Airsoft Association and probably Ninja and Flannel again, our buddy who got us into SHOT Show in the first place. So we'll be tagging that, and then we'll be tagging whoever those pictures are with, the vendors, the people. Yes. So expect to see that on Bok Labs. Expect to see some more stuff on Minnesota Airsoft. It'll
be tagged with Minnesota Airsoft. So regardless, whoever sees.
Yeah. You'll see it, but as you're looking at that in the tags, click on the other people's links. It's interesting to see what other content people are making.
I did take a picture of some of the new stuff that's going to be coming out. I mean, I don't know if we want to say.
Yeah, go for it.
There's a new AK magazine coming out from PTS. That's for all you AK guys out there.
It's a mid cap,
like 220, I think it is. Yeah, 220 or
220, 230. And I apologize. We'll get more details out of it, but it's basically the AK version of the EPM one. So it's been a long time. People have been waiting for this. It's still in prototype. Or the one we saw was still in prototype, but it's coming. They're ready. They have figured out the middle mag feeding issue, so it's coming.
And then I think the thing I'm pretty excited about is the Enola Gay flashbangs. But
so there's 2 things. So we talked to Enola Gay today. We do have a video. We'll post it eventually. So not only the first thing is the EG67 is going back to the original recipe, which is louder and a faster burn. So back to where it was pre the ATF going crazy on tagging and everybody else. So that was wonderful. They know about it. They're like, oh yeah, no, we're going back. The one thing they said as a caveat is they still have a huge stock of the old recipe. That's what they're calling it. They're calling it the old versus the new recipe. So those are still in stock. So as we're talking to our local fields, we'll say, hey, listen, whatever you got, make sure you're asking for the new ones if they want. Or as you as consumers and players, as you're looking at EGs, go, are these the old ones or are these the new ones? And people should know if they don't.
Again,
educate yourself.
I'm excited for that flashbang.
Yeah, and then they have something called the new Mark V flash stick or flash bag. And what these are is it's a side pull 120 decibel pyro flashbang. Now, allowance on these for certain fields, I'm not sure, but if they're allowing tag and flashbangs or other grenades which are in the 120 decibel range, that should be fine. But they're pencil, maybe like Sharpie.
I would say a
thickness.
big, Sharpie.
We have pictures. We'll
Big
post them.
crayon. There we go. The big fat, big fat crayons for like little kids.
So like you can shove a bunch of them in a pouch. You can shove them in your Molly panels as well. Like they're really convenient. The price point is really nice. We're gonna try to have these by the Midwest Airsoft Convention just because they've also released the ATF requirements for like the pyrotechnics license. So the whole you need to buy it at a field, use it at a field is there's still some state specifications, but other than that, that's the ATF doesn't care generally anymore. So like EG is back on the EG67 and now they have their new flashbangs. That was really cool.
I plan on posting a picture of the new flashbang. I took
think
a
you got a
picture of
really
that.
good picture of that. So like that's exciting as a player. What else did we see? KWA has a new mid cap that
I don't remember what did he say? 260?
yeah, it's 260. So it's 10 rounds from its competitor, which is the APM one. So like they're just trying something new as well. They're going to try some different form factors to get some more, but like 260. So
Did you take a picture of that?
I did. We're going to see them when we go see KWA tomorrow. But like that's the constant. I'm interested to see where we're at in the future when your mid cap can get to 300 rounds, which is what an AR high cap can do. At what point is that no longer going to be?
National games are going to put a limit on that.
At some point, national games have to. Because then why not go, oh, I can carry one high cap?
Why can't I just carry one high cap?
So
or 5 high caps.
We'll
it's just
see
the
where
same
that
thing.
goes, right? KWA also had an electric blowback.
Electric blowback that was a bolt. So it
bolt
like
system.
It would pretty much you disassemble it and the bolt would come out and and I don't know how it worked or how it did it because it wasn't they had pulled it from the testing, so I don't know, but I saw one taken apart. They had it all exploded.
What did you shoot? Because they had a range. A lot of the airsoft.
It was
range.
one of the electronic blowback or whatever.
Okay.
It was cool.
Yeah.
I mean, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I was trying to win the game.
And you won. You played it twice and you got better the second time. So I'm trying to think of what other stuff did we see that was super.
I don't know.
Again, it's a lot. It's a lot. And we took a lot of pictures. And
I'm sure we'll have another show where we're talking.
Yeah, so
we're recapping again.
We're planning. Caleb and I are planning, and maybe with our friend Ninja and Flannel, just to talk about all of SHOT Show. We're doing a very specific airsoft one. Just Alex and I. We'll probably do another live stream before we leave, maybe Friday night, and then we'll do a post show where we're all remote, like we did for our initial pre-show. We'll do a post-show close and our thoughts and our plans. I'll just say I've already secured hotel rooms for next year. We've already got our notice and we already did it. So we're planning on it. So it'll happen again. But
next year?
Yeah, next year. So I'm trying to think.
I'll have better shoes next year.
You should have better shoes.
Maybe I'll stay on an extra day.
Maybe and maybe stay closer.
So, yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe. We'll see. But I mean, that's it. So we're at about, where are we at?
24 minutes. It's almost 30 minutes. That's longer than I wanted to.
Yeah. I mean, we do have another event that we're heading off to tonight. We have a vendor party that we're invited to. So that's, again, super awesome. But we just wanted to do a little brain dump while we still had our brains.
Does anybody want to ask anything?
Yes. I see we have 400 people watching right now.
Of the 400, nothing?
I can't believe it. I can't believe no one wants to ask us immense questions. I will say one thing, and this was something that we were trying to tell Alex, and I'll proof check this off you. Coming to SHOT Show just to look around is 100% a thing you do.
Yes.
But having a plan.
Having a goal
is important. Like our goal, we had similar goals. You wanted to meet some people, make some contacts. That's also some of my goals. I didn't meet all of my streaming goals or live streaming goals, but that's fine. You set the goals and then try. But just coming to look around like it's a gun show is totally something to do. But that's your first time. As you continue to go, you have
second time is business.
Yeah, we were here for business for our friend Logan at Ninja and Flannel. So having that focus helped. But then
you guys are the best.
We are the best. So
Speaking of Ninja and Flannel,
speaking of Ninja, and
there he
Flannel,
is. Look him up.
Flannel all day.
Ninja and
I'm
Flannel.
just gonna photobomb the crap out
That's
of
good.
this.
We're ending. So again, our friend Ninja and Flannel, this negative person over wherever he is, the other guy. You know him and you hate him like everybody else. So anyway, thanks for watching. Expect another live stream maybe at the end of the week, and then a post-show closing when we get back into town. All right. Thanks, guys. We'll talk to you later.
Eye contact.